Hi everyone, my name is Christabel. My major is in aerospace engineering. I'm from Malaysia, and this is my first time in Hackathon. At first, I'm very nervous because I have no idea what Hackathon is all about, and I don't know anyone from here, but I'm lucky to find some new friends and get to learn a lot, especially about programming like Unity. It's my first time doing Unity, and I enjoy it. I love it. Thank you, Hackathon.
Hello, guys. My name is Christopher Wong, and I'm majoring in mechanical engineering. This is my junior year. Also, I'm from Malaysia, and this is my first time joining hackathon event. I feel I learned a lot about hackathon this semester, and I learned a lot about coding, about Unity, especially Unity. I learned a lot about it because it allows me to code my games.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Getzloff, and I am a junior in computer engineering at Iowa State. This, like everyone else, is also my first time at a hackathon event, and while I was unsure what to expect, I am very pleased with how this weekend went. With everyone in our group being new to a hackathon event, it took us a little while to decide on a project. We eventually chose to do a game in Unity, as we had just taken a 1-hour course giving us a basic rundown on how to use the engine. We chose to make Hackathon, the game. Hackathon the game more or less follows our adventures here this weekend, starting with registration, getting free stuff, the power outages, and then getting down to work, building our game. The game starts out with a layout very similar to the room we were all coding in. Long tables covered in computers with people crowded all around them. The first job is to check in at the main desk. Here at check-in, we require users to write their name and press enter, reminding them not to forget and grab all their free stuff. Following this, the player progresses over to the swag table, where they begin a mini-game, catching various items falling out of the sky into their bag. The player then makes his way off to find somebody to group up with. Next, the player helps his new partner attract more people to help. This game mechanic has the player controlling a sign, alternating between red and yellow, trying to gain attention. Eventually, 1, 2, and then 3 people show up answering the call for help. But, just as they do, the power goes out. Players are prompted to find the breaker so they can restore power to their table. The player then follows the wire back to the breaker, where in the exaggerated style of a video game, hits the button with a hammer several times to get it to turn back on. Once that's done, the player is off to the opening ceremonies, where he watches the presentation and then leaves to go get dinner. Dinner is a cinematic involving a line of people gradually disappearing until the player is able to make it up to the table of food. Finally, time to get to work. The player types on their keyboard, filling out the code until the screen is full. But watch out, all that caffeine being offered around the place makes you jittery. You better tap W to jump, burn off some of that excess energy. Now the player is presented with the option of taking a nap. Tapping Z will have the player power nap, where pressing space will have them get back to work. Next, the player decides to attend one of the many lightning talks held at Hack ISU. With the project almost complete, the only task left is to debug. This has the player clicking around the screen, squashing ladybugs. But watch out, take too long and the ladybugs will duplicate. As you can see in the video, this takes me quite a while to do. More about how this section of the game was designed will be explained later in the video. Finally, with the project complete, the only thing left is for the player to present his project to the judges. This comes down to impressing them. Here the player will tap the spacebar until he has sufficiently impressed the judges, and has won the game. Finally, at the conclusion of an exciting 36 hours of programming and subsequent presentation, the closing ceremonies take place, where the MC wishes everyone will come back next year. That is the gameplay in our program. While short, it highlights the challenges and experiences the four of us had here at our very first hackathon. We will now go through and briefly explain each of our roles. I, Robert Getzloff, was primarily the programmer who worked with laying out the scenes for most of the modules in our program and scripted most of the events.
I'm gonna talk about how I create the debug game. So first, under the bug spawner script, I start giving the initials. For example, like bug count equals 0, and everything is 0 at first. And a few seconds later, a random amount of bugs will spawn at a random location. This can be done by using the instantiate function, and you can change your local position by choosing a random range. So the goal of this game is to kill the bug as much as you can until it gets 0 before another bug pops out. So at first, of course, it'll be very overwhelming because there's a lot of bugs pops out at the same time. But that's life. In coding, a lot of bugs will pop out and you have to like try fix everything. So just gotta believe in yourself.
I did in this program draw all the characters, bugs, and some beds. Also, there are some burgers that hackathons supplied during the event. Also, some container which has like color blue, green, and gray. Also, the mugs and a hammer. So basically, all these programs are done by a website. It's called pixelapp.com. So basically, it allows you to create pixelated images. So normally, I'll just use 20 by 20 with the width and height so that I can draw clearer images for my teammates. Insert the image in this program, and that's all I did for my program here.